Your Hollywood system stole our sex and co-opted our violence, so there's nothing left for our kinds of movies.
Movie.
I did not hit her. It's not true.
Klopex? Klopex.
Klopek.
Up yours, baby.
Me and Bubba, my little brother, listen to you every night.
Where in the hell are we?
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Hey guys, welcome to this week's episode of Cult Film and Review. I am your host, Cody Everett, and this week we are taking it back to the year 1990 because we're reviewing 1990 The Bronx Warriors. I don't know where I was going with that.
It's actually 83.
Yeah, 83.
Well,
No, but the movie, he was taking us back with the movie.
Yeah.
It was the movie that takes us back, not the year it was made.
Okay.
Yeah.
The year that it came
Let's
out
title.
takes us back.
It does, but
No, the title's taking us
but,
back.
But when we're in it, we're in
Not as
1990.
far back, though.
Yeah.
Not as far back.
Yeah.
We're
This is what
staying close.
1990 should have been. So let's just start the show.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know if that's true at all.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we are here talking about 1990, The Bronx Warriors. As always, I have the owner-operator of Bluefield Audio with me.
Stupid.
He's also the sound engineer for this very show. He is Kyle Smith.
Hello.
And if you like the sound of our show, go to kylesmith.com. And
Yeah,
no,
actually,
it's-
if you're trying to start up a podcast and you want some advice or want to know how or what I do to the show, by all means, I'm always happy to talk for a long time.
Millions of dollars in
about
equipment.
bullshit.
hit him up on
about tech
cultfilm_Kyle on Instagram.
Now, I'm for the most part broke, so I did this on a budget. So
There you
come
go.
find me.
But it's awesome, dude. You do a great job.
Good
Thanks.
job,
Thank you,
Kyle.
thank
Good job,
you,
Kyle.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you. Thank you.
He is the owner
You can stop
operator.
bowing.
Thank you. Okay.
He is the owner operator of Friendly Neighborhood Filmmaking.com. He also writes some stuff on our website, cultfilmandreview.com. He is Michael Salustio.
Thank you, Cody. Thank you for that brilliant introduction.
Oh my
No
God.
No problem.
He is
No
the
problem.
owner-operator. For
I
real,
do.
though.
I do.
He owns and operates them.
I operate
it.
He's
I'm pretty
literally
sure-
the definition.
I'm pretty sure he has a Gmail for it.
Yeah. Do you have a Gmail account for it?
It's probably friendly neighborhood filmmaking at gmail.com.
It's probably, he doesn't even know.
Probably.
Try it out.
Hasn't checked it in
If I get
years.
it, I get it. If I
Hasn't
don't,
checked it in
No one
years.
emails me.
I'm going to send you an email and then get
What are you
mad
gonna
when
say?
you don't
What are you
reply.
gonna say? Hey, I disagree with your feelings on that short film that I've never heard of. What are they gonna say?
Maybe-
I love that. If we
Maybe
get that,
your inbox
frame
is
it.
full of that.
Frame it, put it up in the podcast studio. I want to. I love hate mail.
I will. I'll frame it.
That-
Post it.
Hate mail is the best. Like at my job, I get to read a lot of YouTube comments.
Oh, yeah, there's
I
some
got-
gems for sure.
Yeah, and I one time defended a movie that we released, which I think is really great, called Hellfire. Done on a budget, great effects, like totally awesome.
Nice drop, by the way.
Hey,
This guy called me out. Or I was like, he was like, I want to watch it, but it looks low budget. And I was like, no, man, you should totally check it out. And this guy basically called me every curse word in the book, like some random person, not even the one I was talking to.
But Chris, no one knows who you are.
Yeah,
Take
exactly.
a bullet, Chris.
Good story, Chris, because you haven't been introduced yet. So
Hi, I'm Chris. I work at Midnight Releasing, and
He's gonna do it himself.
I was just discussing. If you're just tuning in, I was just discussing. Hate
I like
hate
Chris's
mail.
intros better. Can you intro me next time?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, Cody. You're just not hitting the mark.
if you're just tuning in, it's a podcast.
Yeah.
If you just skipped ahead a little bit,
Yeah.
If
just
you
heard
open up
this.
the podcast app and we're confused about what you're listening to,
Mhm. Yeah.
I'm Chris.
So there you have it.
boom.
All right, guys, so we're here to talk about 1990, The Bronx Warriors. I'm going to tell you how I came across this film because this is my pick. So I was like, I've seen Fred Williamson in stuff. I've never watched one of his movies, though.
From Dusk Till Dawn.
I've seen him in Dust Till Dawn. I've seen him in like
That's
TV
pretty
shows
much
and
it.
stuff like that.
But not where he got started.
But not where he got started.
Gotcha.
I don't even know if this would be where he got started. He was doing shit.
No,
No,
this
he was
is
doing
not.
stuff
He started.
before
He
this.
started in like the late '60s, early '70s.
Yeah.
He's been
He
around.
was a football player, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he, yeah.
The Hammer.
The hammer.
Anyways, what happened to me was it's perfectly what Kyle described to me earlier. Is I saw the cover art for it and was duped because I was like, oh man, this is gonna be real violent because it's an Italian film. It's a ripoff of Gangs in New York, Streets in New York. Where am I at?
Where are you
Escape
at?
from New York and
Thank
Warriors.
you.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
You're at a pizza
Straight
place,
ripoff.
and
And I'm watching a Scorsese film.
and you're hanging out with Leo.
Yeah.
But so I was like, okay, cool, winner. And then it started.
Mhm.
And
Mhm. That's all it took.
and
That's it.
And I want to say I picked a winner, but this was released by Blue Underground on Blu-ray, so that's kind of also doing a little research how I found out
Yeah.
that this does have a following.
Mhm.
And I want to know who the people are that love this movie because I'm not saying I hate it because I don't want to give my rating away.
But I hate it.
But how does this get a Blu-ray release and not Gymkhana is what I want to know.
That's kind of confusing. That's kind of confusing. But this is 83. That was 85. So maybe it's got a couple years to
Oh,
catch
okay,
up.
yeah, 2 more years, and
in
then
two,
we'll
in
be
2
seeing
years,
a
we'll definitely
Gymkhana
be seeing
Blu-ray.
it, yeah.
Well, that
Yeah.
and this is this is not put out by I think MGM put out Gymkhana, right?
This isn't a major
Yes.
studio.
Yeah, it's not a major studio, so
Okay, all right, so that makes sense.
who
that
knows
they
who
would-
owns
they
the
would-
rights to this
They would
movie?
get a better.
It's probably some dude.
I think I saw it on IMDb, and it was something I didn't recognize.
Yeah.
Yeah, but really, you guys thought it was that bad?
No.
We-
No,
nobody,
we haven't
nobody
even
said,
talked about it.
nobody said anything yet.
Oh, okay. I just get
Cody's
some
just
vibage
wants
over here.
Cody just wants to know where the fans are at.
Yeah.
Come on out and support.
That's what I want to know because I'd never heard of this movie before I stumbled upon it and looking for one of Fred's movies, basically.
Mhm.
I like how you're looking for one of his movies and you ended up
Choosing this
choosing one
There's
that
so many.
he's not the obvious star of. There's so many other ones where he's the star.
But I think he is though too in this one. We'll kind of get into
he's
that.
supporting.
He's he's a supporting role, but he's definitely the biggest star in this film, and he's the best actor in this film.
Mm.
Was Vic Morrow pretty famous?
I know where Mike's going. I know where he's going.
Well,
I want to get. I want
let's
to
talk about what the film is about.
Yeah, I
Like,
want to
what's
get
the
the
plot? What's
synopsis
plot?
about.
All right, so the
So-
synopsis is Escape from New York.
Basically, it's basically the Bronx is a prison, or it's just the cops don't go there anymore.
demilitarized zone,
Yeah.
basically.
Cops just don't go there anymore, and it's run by gangs. And those gangs are very similar to the Warriors gangs in that they all kind of have themes.
Mm-hmm.
But what happens is there's this girl who is just turned 18. Anne, I think her name is.
About to turn 18, right?
Yeah, she's about to turn 18,
Yeah.
and she's the heir to the Manhattan Corporation, which is basically a weapons dealer, and she doesn't feel right being in charge of that because she doesn't agree with making weapons, basically.
Yeah.
She has a real Tony Stark moment there for a little bit.
Yeah. Eating
it's
a
true.
Big Mac.
She does.
Yep.
This one also relates to Avengers and Marvel. It's amazing. So she runs away to the Bronx and basically stumbles upon this gang and is saved by a rival gang known as the Riders. And she joins them basically. And it's about the corporation sending in a hitman to find her and them trying to survive.
That makes sense.
Yes.
That's about it.
That's pretty
That's
good.
the film.
it.
That's pretty good.
But there's
Yeah.
so many layers.
There's layers. There's a
There's-
tribal thing going on,
There's a very tribal thing
or
going
a
on.
feudal. Maybe we should say feudal.
Feudal?
I don't know.
Futile?
What do you mean? No,
Well,
not futile.
They're,
like
they're definitely.
feudal era.
It's definitely like
a monarch.
the Warriors in a sense where like there are gangs, there's separate gangs.
Yeah.
And they have turf, and you got to
Yes.
watch out. And they make deals like you can't walk past this turf. This is our turf.
Sure.
And whatever. But the ogre is the king. That's all
Ogre
I
is
know.
the
Ogre
king.
is the king.
He's
Which
the
is
king.
Fred Williamson.
Which is Fred
Exactly.
Williamson.
Well,
Exactly.
he crowned himself though. Not everybody, right?
Yeah,
Right.
but
Not
no,
everybody is
yeah.
fully on board with
Well,
the
they
monarch.
They all
They
accept him
are.
as they all accept him. It seems, but they don't all respect him.
He probably took it by force.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he's got to be the toughest. He's probably the toughest guy in the.
Well, he's the best at fucking martial arts. Tell you that.
Oh, he
Oh,
is.
yeah, he had that
What, in
claw,
this
that claw
movie?
style. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
there was
Oh,
something
yeah.
going on with.
Oh, he
those-
was jumping through different styles, man. He went tiger. He went crane.
all over the place. All
fucking
over the
back to
place.
tiger again.
Yeah, right.
So this is this movie did spawn 2 sequels. So it had to be somewhat successful, right?
God.
I don't think it had to be successful. I think.
What was the sequel? Like 1991, the Bronx.
No, then the sequel was
Warriors?
Escape from the Bronx.
Yeah.
Escape
Yeah.
from the Bronx.
And then
okay.
the third one was the New Barbarians.
Going back to the Bronx.
Back to the Bronx again.
Back to the Bronx.
No, it was not going back
Hey,
to the
we
Bronx.
missed the
It was
Bronx.
the Road
Let's go
Warrior.
back.
Yeah.
It was the Roid Warrior. Roid.
Roid
Roid
Yeah.
Warrior.
I would
That
love
sounds
to
like
see
a
that.
great movie.
The Roid Warrior.
The
That's hard to say.
He's just
Roid
some guy that
Warrior.
just totally roided out.
Roid,
Takes
Roid
steroids
Warrior.
and then he cleans the streets, Mike.
Yeah.
He takes steroids and he cleans the streets.
That's what he does.
Starring Lance Armstrong.
All right, so now I kind of want to get into the ridiculousness of this movie. So basically, the main actor who has disappeared since he's done these, I think, 3 films with this director,
Oh, wow.
has disappeared from the public eye. I think somebody said they're
It's like 10, 20 years or something. Nobody's.
1989 was the last film he did. I saw.
Okay.
Yeah.
and he hasn't really been seen of or heard from.
It was
since.
some Afghanistan something. Yeah.
Some Stan.
Some
No,
Sean.
it was entitled Afghanistan. I'll look it up. Keep talking.
What?
Anyway,
What do we,
Keep
wait,
talking. I'll look
I
it up.
actually totally lost what you guys were even talking about.
I
What
was
do you-
talking about
so-
Mark Gregory.
we're talking about Mark Gregory, the main actor, because
Yeah, yeah,
we
yeah.
could spend a lot of time on
Gregory Marks.
Gregory Marks. Mark Gregory.
The last film.
Sorry,
It's not even his-
trash.
it's not even his real
Sorry,
name.
trash. Yeah, let's talk about him. Let's talk
Okay.
about his character name and his persona. Did not fit, in my opinion.
Trash?
Hold on, we're not.
Yeah.
Calling this motherfucker trash did not fit.
He
We're
did
not
not
there
strike
yet.
me as a trash can.
We're not there yet. Where we're at
He
right
was
now
not the
is how he
Oscar
got
the
the
Grouch.
role.
Okay, how do you get the role?
He got the role by basically his fiance sending in his pictures. He's friendly with one of the directors or producers.
Yeah, something happened where he was like
At a
discovered in a
gymnasium.
gym or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his girlfriend sent in like a picture to the movie studio, and they basically out of 2,000 people cast him.
Mhm.
He's 17 years old,
Mhm.
Nice.
and he's cast in this movie.
That's the dream.
And he probably has the best posture
God.
in cinema history.
It looks like he's just been riding horses his entire life.
Let me just say something.
It was just a character choice, and
Well, he's a-
I respect it.
When I found out that he was a gymnast, I was like, okay, now it makes sense. But
This-
yeah, he stands so
He's not.
straight.
He was a
This
gymnast.
man.
Yes, he was.
This
He was a
man
gymnast?
Yep.
is a human gazelle.
How is he a gymnast when he's like 6'7"?
He's
Oh.
a damn good gymnast.
It doesn't
Look
matter.
it up.
Does it matter? Do you have to be small to be a gymnast?
No, I don't
Is that a
think
rule?
so.
Kurt Thomas.
I don't know.
I don't think you have to be. I think it just limits what
He
events
could probably
you can compete
reach.
in.
He could probably reach for
He's
those.
probably like kills it on
He's
the
got
rings
more
or
space
something.
between that pommel horse. That
Yeah.
pommel horse. He could just like go to town on it.
Yeah.
I don't
he sure
know.
knew how to ride that motorcycle.
I will say that the man, he is a beautiful specimen of a human being.
They actually called him the Pommel Horse King of Italy.
That's
I don't know if
probably
you knew
true.
that.
No,
yeah.
that's probably true.
Little fun fact, Kyle pulled
His
out of
posture
nowhere.
was
You're welcome.
absolutely perfect. In
It
every
was,
way.
and everything he did is walking perfect.
It literally looked like
It looked like
they
it was-
taped like a bar or a beam to his back to keep him upright because he slouched all the time or
Can
something.
you imagine
like.
this guy ballroom dancing?
I did
No.
read.
He
I
would
read
kill
on,
it. If he was on
uh,
Dancing of the Stars, if he came back, that's why he should come back. He should come back in Dancing of the Stars. He would kill it.
yeah, he'd be huge.
Nobody would
Kill
know
it,
who
yeah.
he was. Which
It
would be
wouldn't
the
matter. They would
funniest
know
joke.
immediately when they saw him. They'd be like, "Who is
Who
this
is
person?"
this angel?
He glides. He doesn't
Dude,
even
he
walk.
he glides.
this
He does
an-
glide.
angel
You're
of
right.
the
Touching the
dance?
ground? I don't know if he's touching the ground.
His waist never bends.
never.
Never bends.
Never.
But
once.
his back arced like crazy.
Straight.
Well, I think
Just
Wikipedia
arched.
has a thing on there that said
He's always pushing his chest
there were
out.
Hell's Angels on the set of
Yeah.
this,
Mhm.
and they were actually like constantly making fun of him for his posture. Apparently, that was a problem on the set.
That was a problem they had on
Yes.
set.
Is that his
You know
posture
what?
was
That's
too
so funny.
robotic?
It wasn't a problem, but it was like uncomfortably a problem. You know?
I would have a
If a gang of Hell's Angels were over there being like, look at how that fucking dork walks. Oh my god, like looks like he's a gazelle. What is he? He glides.
He was. He was. He was like an angel. An angel, Chris.
I think Mike's in love, actually.
little bit. A little bit.
This is the man you've been waiting for.
And whose
He's the man that's going to turn me.
Exactly.
whose choice was it to give him that dubbed voice?
That what?
What
dubbed voice?
All of
Whose-
the voices were dubbed.
Whose choice
in this
was it to
movie.
give him dialogue?
For
is what
some
I wanna
reason
know.
because they were speaking English?
Well,
like-
it's an Italian film. This is
No,
a
it's not.
common
It's not
technique.
dubbed per se. It's just ADR.
Yeah.
So yeah, Americans the way
It's
Italian
dubbed in its own language.
yeah it's ADR in its own language. That's the way Italian films always work. Is that whatever your dialect is, you just deliver your lines in your native language. So people who are Italian would deliver their lines in Italian, and the Americans would do it in English, and then they would re-record the English covers for the Italians for the American release, and then Italian dubs for the English people.
But
so
this was
it always comes
English
off weird
people with an English dub track. Basically, all of the dialogue to me,
So they
it
dubbed their
appeared that it
own
was all
tracks.
ADR.
It was, yeah, because there's no sync sound with Italian
Right.
filmmaking.
Yeah, but his voiceover made Trash seem slow.
Yeah, but that was his own. He's not a good actor, so he wouldn't be good doing ADR.
Do you think that was his voice?
Yes,
I think it was. I think it was
Yes.
all their own voices. It
Oh,
was just done
wow.
after the fact.
Yeah, because there's no sync sound, so you have to record everything after the fact. So you get all
83?
the guys back. That
It doesn't matter. This is just something that the Italians did for years. Like they,
It's
even
a
when
way. It's a way of filmmaking
yes,
for them.
even
Yes, I
when
understand.
Americans and other European nations were doing film with sync sound, they were just like, no, why would we change that? This is so much more cost effective.
Mhm,
That's
okay.
how they looked at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's one less thing to worry about on set, so you can focus more on like the filmmaking, the picture aspect of it. Which I mean, Italians for the most part get pretty right. I mean, even this movie is shot, I think, pretty fucking beautifully.
That was gonna be one of my points. Is that like the good things about
like
this
the
film?
scope of this
Yeah,
film.
the
Like it's just
Cinematography was really good.
It actually
Yeah.
was.
It
I
really
did make
good.
I did make a note of that. That I was actually really happy with this. Like the
The
shots.
way they frame shit up and like
Yep.
the locations. Oh, the locations were actually really good. I thought
yeah.
that's what created that.
Yeah,
You know.
it created that world for you to believe that this was a rundown area, except for all the cars driving everywhere in
See,
the
that
background.
didn't take me out of it
It
really.
did. It
though.
took me out.
It didn't really take me out of it at all.
Some dude's fucking coming home from the store. Like,
Who trusts the mailman in that neighborhood? Not the homeless guy.
no
No.
way.
oh my
Not
god.
the homeless guy.
that was awesome though. I like that.
Oh my god, that was one of my biggest upsets with that. Was his escape.
Oh yeah, the escape was lame.
He jumps
dude.
3 stories and he's 176 years old and he's fine.
There's one thing
That's
for
a
sure.
hammer.
In this fucking movie, people can jump off tall things and land just fine. Like that happens several times in this movie. People falling off tall things and landing
Dude,
like, on their feet.
The hammer was like the Snake Plissken of this film. Like he's like a super soldier
Yeah,
cop.
it was weird. It was like he was a villainous version.
He was like Snake,
Snake
Plissken,
Plissken.
yeah, like
Yeah.
at the beginning, and then he turned into you called it. He turned into like M Bison at the
Yeah,
end.
yeah, he was like an M Bison. He
Yeah.
was weird, or one of the village people, one of the two.
yeah.
Oh my god, dude. So many lookalikes in this movie. I didn't ever think I would see Robin Williams, Freddie Mercury, and Atreyu all in the same film.
It happened.
That's so funny because it did happen, and it's called 1990, The Bronx Warriors.
Thank God it happened.
Mhm.
No, I feel the same way because, dude, I was laughing from the get-go of this film. There's some great lines in this movie, and the delivery of it is just like it's like I said, Trash seems like he's slow.
Yeah, because he doesn't
What
know
do you-
how to.
and he's like trying to get accents. He's like, "What are you doing here in the Bronx?" I was like, brilliant.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
nailed it. Let's not even do another take.
Nope.
I
Let's
just-
just go with that.
I just never believed that he was a badass. Like people are like, you don't want to fuck with Trash. He's messed
oh,
up.
this
I
is-
never saw him
His dream-
actually be.
What do you mean?
that
This
messed
is my
up.
this was my whole point to Cody earlier. Like, if somebody rented this movie based on the cover art, so disappointed because the cover art Trash is like this fucking
He's like Rambo.
Rambo
Yeah.
ripped fucking guy holding the fucking machine gun on a motorcycle, and you watch the movie, he's like this really tall, lanky guy who's like quiet and can't decide what he wants to do, and he's okay at fighting, but not the best.
He looks
and,
like a
and
wood
he's
elf.
like he just comes across as weak.
You know what? That's
Poster art, man.
That's because he wasn't for you.
marketing.
Ogre was for you. He was for the men.
Yeah.
Trash
It
was
for the ladies. It
Yeah.
was faux show.
That's for sure.
Well, they fucked up that poster.
Listen, look at the first fight scene. It's a dreamy fight scene where she's watching him fight in slow
Oh,
motion.
I know. I love their choices of which scenes to put into slow motion. And they inevitably always chose the shot where the faked fighting is obvious. Like there's zero contact and people flying backwards. Like it's like you used that one. Couldn't you use the one where the camera was a little bit more behind the guy getting hit so you can fake it better?
That's because the roller skate gang.
Oh. The worst.
No, dude, their
No,
outfits were
no.
so
The
sick. And
Hold on, hold on.
And their
worst.
leader was
Worst.
amazing.
The worst.
They
The
sucked.
That
The
was
worst,
the shittiest
no,
gang
the
I've
worst,
ever seen.
no, the worst
No,
gang
you're
is the
right.
Bob Fosse
The
gang.
jazz.
The what?
The jazz.
Oh,
the
the Bob
Japs.
Fosse gang.
No, the jazz gang was
That was kind of stupid.
I even
They were
said to
badass.
Mike, I'm like, what are they going to like synchronize fight now? And as soon as I said that, they all like.
West Side. West Side Story.
No, come on. The roller skate gang had a sick ass layer. They had a show Nuff from Enter the Last Dragon, but
Okay.
it was white,
Okay.
which was brilliant.
All right.
They literally stole that.
Did they?
Well, maybe not.
I
Last
don't-
Dragon was Win.
I don't know.
Anyway, they stole it from some kung fu movie, basically.
Sure.
And you don't think so?
I don't know.
With
Sure.
I
the
have
red-
no idea what
the-
you're even talking about.
With the red suit and the fucking ponytail, the white guy
yeah, okay.
towards
yeah,
the end,
yeah.
the leader of the roller skate
Right.
gang.
They probably stole it from some canon film.
Hold
maybe.
on. Yeah. Nope. This came out before Last Dragon. Last Dragon came out in
Dragon stole this?
1985.
Yeah.
Last
Oh.
Dragon stole this.
Yeah.
They
They,
stole
they,
it.
they were.
They stole this look.
Come on, y'all. Vanity was like 15, y'all. Vanity was 15 at that time.
So actually, this filmmaker is like a trailblazer.
Really?
He's
Enzo G.
Now I mean, I'm backing up.
Castellari.
I mean, that just puts this film even higher on my list. All right, guys, let's take a break, and when we come back, I want to talk more about 1990, The Bronx Warriors.
Besides, the sucker was carrying a gizmo. I did you a favor, Trash. Bullshit. Oh, yeah? What the hell you call this? Its wavelength is the same as that of the Manhattan police. You think I'm jiving? If I were you, Trash, I'd be worried. If I found one of my own men carrying a gizmo. Now they know exactly where we're based.
All right, guys, we are back, and we are talking about 1990, The Bronx Warriors. One of the things I did want to talk about that was kind of disappointing to me was that for an Italian film, I was expecting this to be a lot bloodier than it really was.
It wasn't at all. I felt like
It wasn't really at all.
even the one decapitation scene is just.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quick.
There's no
the only thing
blood.
the only
Blood.
thing that I thought was like well done was the guy who looked like Freddie Mercury when he was chained up, his like bones sticking.
Oh,
yeah,
out
yeah,
of
his
on his
hand.
wrist. I like that a lot.
That was good.
That looked really good.
That
but
was good, and when the hammer throws the steel rod thing through,
That looks stupid.
I
Still.
liked it. I liked
It looks stupid though.
I'll tell you what looks really stupid was anytime they burned those guys with flamethrowers. You could just tell
Oh,
it
yeah.
was
I
like
was just happy they used
lit something
flamethrowers.
really way in front of them on fire, and they just went, oh.
Safety first, Mike.
Did those cops not feel very Nazi? To
Oh
you?
yeah. Well,
like
can we talk
about
what,
the
you know
gang,
what?
the
How have we
biker
not
gang?
talked about this? Yeah. What was with all the Nazi symbolism?
I don't know, but I
There were
definitely
swastikas
I
everywhere,
felt,
iron crosses everywhere.
Weren't they Hell's Angels? No, the Hell's Angels had a bunch of that
Some
shit.
of yeah, but some of them were.
Are they? I don't know. Like I have no idea what.
Yeah, I
it
have no idea.
definitely had a Nazi influence. I would say. On,
definitely.
on the characters.
But I'm trying to figure out
looks, anyways.
why that would be. Okay, so this guy directed the original Inglourious Bastards.
Yes.
Has anyone seen that? Is
No.
it the same plot
No.
as the actual, the new one?
No,
No. I
don't. Okay.
Mostly Quentin Tarantino took the name.
He just took the name.
Yeah, the plot of the original one is about a bunch of war criminals that are on their way to being like tried, and then like some reason the truck breaks down or something, and then they all escape, and then something ensues.
They are.
It's not like this crazy team of like just Hitler or Nazi hating people just
Okay.
fucking.
They
I'm
actually-
wondering, because I'm wondering, you ever seen like these things in China or like Korea or something like that? They have like a kind of a jokey attitude towards the Nazi era. Like they'll be like Hitler's chicken, and there'll be like a chicken place. Yeah, there's this whole thing.
What?
Yeah, they do this thing. Like there are places that are really like.
Let's fact check this as he's talking.
Yeah, it's weird. I saw this on like a post somewhere.
I'm gonna
that
Google Hitler.
He
There-
saw
there-
it on Facebook.
there are other places. There are other places in the world that just don't.
I'm googling.
It's
I'm
not
googling
serious to them. I
Hitler's
guess.
chicken right now.
Not Hitler's chicken, but like maybe Nazi chicken. I don't know.
First response: KFC is not amused by Hitler fried chicken.
Okay, what's that? Where's
What's
that from?
What's that from? That's definitely from the Holocaust.
A restaurant in Thailand has
Yep.
made
There you go,
KFC
Thailand, sorry.
snap to Akchong. I don't know. German.
Achtung, yeah.
Achtung.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah. It's a picture of Hitler's face where the colonel should be.
Yeah, they have like a jokey attitude towards it. I'm just wondering if this film was
We
trying
do
to.
too. What
No,
do you
we-
think
no.
South Park is?
No.
Yes.
No, Chris.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, people do, and
Yeah.
it's totally a
There's
comedic
no-
aspect in our.
I
Yeah,
guess
it
so. But
is.
what was the joke in this film then?
It wasn't. I don't know that it was a
That's
joke.
what I'm trying to
I just
figure
think it was
out.
I don't
supposed
think
to
it was
be.
a joke.
It wasn't a joke.
It was supposed to kind of the imagery is used to show that this gang is tough and ruthless, and you
Yeah,
know
I
what I
agree.
mean. Like I think it's
Just
just
all those symbols
that
have
these
such
are all-
a
dude, this is
connotation to
Italian
it.
Yeah.
filmmaker.
No, I
Italians
know.
we're like on the side of Nazis. Like they don't
Yeah,
view
this
it
is
the same way.
1983. This is like 40
Nah.
years later.
So what? Like maybe they view the imagery of Nazism different than
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure
Regardless,
out.
I
Yeah,
don't
didn't
know
what it
if
was
that
about.
ha-
I didn't look too much into
I
it.
don't know that
honestly.
even had like a really overarching like
No, it didn't.
thing in this film. Just those characters, particularly the police, like
Although-
when they came
although
at
I
the
did
end.
like-
and,
Oh, they
like,
absolutely did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I did
even
like-
even the way that what's his name, the Hammer was dressed.
mhm.
I know I said M Bison, but he also has a very like SS kind of look to him about him. Yeah.
I liked how eyes or ice
Eyes.
Ice. I thought it was
Ice is
No,
where-
Eyes has the glasses.
eyes because he has glasses. That's,
No, but
that's
his-
what I thought it was.
It's ice. It
Well, it
is
should have
ice.
been eyes.
Oh.
Anyhow, I thought it was funny that he was the one wearing the officer uniform, and they hand him a Luger, like that
Yeah.
was his gun. Like, here
Like I
you
said,
go.
It's.
But
it-
they were tongue in cheek about it because they even said, "Here, it'll match the outfit there, Colonel."
Yeah, I know.
So they were being tongue in cheek about it.
I understand, but there's so much of it that
So
makes
what?
me feel like. No, I'm just saying. I'm just trying to figure out where the filmmaker was coming from. We'll never know, probably, because is this guy even still alive? I don't even know.
I don't know. Do you
But-
think that the was it Anne? Is that the main
Yeah.
female
Yeah.
character? Do you think Anne was using trash to get what she wanted?
No.
No.
I really
No.
because and the other thing that kind of drove me nuts too is where was the time lapse from when she joins the gang? Like it's like
What do you
she's
mean?
like
You never get to see that part of it.
yeah, because it's like they get in a fight and then she's like, I want to stay with you.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, they're on the bikes and they're pulling up to where
Yeah,
the dead guy is.
I feel like I feel like that was either the part where they're pulling up to the dead guys was like current, and the first fight was a little time ago. But no, because it doesn't even work out that way. Because she disappears. Her dad or whoever that is starts looking for her right away. Yeah, and then the next scene, she already has her own bike
Well, I mean, I'll just say it. The only person being used
and her own leather jacket.
the only person being used in this is her character. She's just a plot driving device.
well,
She's
said-
not even like a character that really has any.
They tried to give her some kind of
Well,
moral
'cause
They
ground
try to give
stand
her.
on.
Yeah, but I mean, for the most part, she's just a reason for Hammer to come after her. She's just a reason
Yeah.
for Trash to try to protect something.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
just she's not a like a character. She doesn't have
Because where I was
throwaway one
because
dimension.
the thing that got me where I was just like, well, what was where she's like after that she's like, well, he was spying on me when she was talking about the dead guy,
Yeah.
and it's like, you just showed up like not even 24 hours ago.
Yeah, so
how
there
they're gonna
there
spy
has
in
to
there
be
that they've
some
known
time.
for years?
There's obviously a time gap that happens between that first fight in the beginning of the movie and then when it cuts to the guy drumming and the guy's dead. Like,
Which let's get into the drumming. The drumming happened because a band was playing in the area and he just put it in there.
I liked my theory better, and my theory was that the guy on the drums was like friends with or related to somebody that worked on the set, either the director's wife or something like that. And she's like, he's really good at drums. This might, give him the boost he needs to kind of go out and achieve what he wants. Just put him in your movie. And he
I
just
like
starts
that better
drumming.
too.
Yeah.
I actually think it's my favorite scene of the movie.
I actually kind of do too. 'cause
Not my
it's-
favorite scene in the movie.
No, not mine either.
It's the most artistically shot, and
Yeah.
like for some reason it fits where it doesn't fit, but it also fits into the scene.
I like. Okay, this is what I actually do really like. I like that they kept with the distance of where the sound was coming from where the drums were.
Mhm.
So it was like a soundtrack being layered over, like
Mhm,
what you would
mhm.
expect from any film or whatever.
Mhm.
But it's definitely coming from the drummer. And
Yeah.
when there's a shot that's further away from the drummer, you can hear that he's off in the distance. And when
Right.
they get
Yeah.
closer to him, it's closer. I mean, for me,
It's just intelligent film.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
it
it's
was just-
intelligent
it's a smart-
editing.
Yeah.
cool move. It's
Yeah.
like a Lars Van Trier thing.
That's,
Like,
no, it's not. It's a normal thing. That's if you've got a sound source far
No,
away,
no.
they get quieter.
I understand that, but like to to say that to use a soundtrack from something that's existing within the film rather than
There's
a layer
directors
that,
that do that all the time.
no, I'm not
though.
saying that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that there.
No, I know what you mean.
For an example, Lars Van Trier used to do that all the time.
You like that they thought more forward about that.
Yes, yes.
Artistically, how they showed that scene. I mean,
Which
yeah.
I guess you're getting excited about it because that kind of attention to detail has been pretty much void from most of the films we've reviewed so far.
That's probably true. Yeah,
that's probably why it's
Well,
so shocking to
the
you
whole-
at this point.
The whole way the bikers pull up in like an M or a W.
Yeah, why? What was
it's like
that?
a W, I think.
Yeah.
How did that factor into the name of their gang? Or
I don't know. It's just
They're
think
just
it was
like a bird.
I think it was a stylistic
Just a
choice.
bird.
So they were the Bronx
Warriors?
Warriors. Yeah.
There you go. That
Oh,
makes
yeah,
sense. That makes
yeah.
perfect.
I think it
sense.
was also just a stylistic choice that was pretty cool.
It looked. That's like the cinematography really
It's good.
held this
No, the
film as
cinematography's
much
great.
together as it could be held together. I
Yeah.
think
Absolutely.
Who didn't was trash. What's your favorite scene then, Chris?
that scene where I think it's Ice when he
That scene?
he tips over on his motorcycle out of nowhere.
That
Oh,
was
it falls-
so
that was
random.
that was real.
Yeah, it was real.
That was a real
an
accident.
intentional thing that they kept. Yeah.
God damn it. Well, that looks the most believable. I
Yeah.
will say that. I was like, oh shit, that guy took that.
Oh, I would like to also say that I think for me, Ice was my favorite character.
I hated him. He's my least favorite.
Oh, really? I thought he
character.
was the best actor.
And he was just the most annoying looking.
He was
Better
very
than Hot
annoying
Dog.
looking.
You liked him better than
I
Hot
hated
Dog?
him.
Hot dog?
Who was
No.
Hot Dog?
Hot Dog was the driver of the
Yeah.
Oh, with the
18-wheeler.
club foot.
Yeah.
And can we? That guy was an idiot.
I don't like him either, really that much.
He was
Yeah.
a moron.
Fred Williamson is
What?
my favorite.
Here's
Oh,
a
yeah,
question
hands
for
down.
everybody. What was his end game when he confronts Ice? Like,
None.
I gave you a Luger that had blanks in it. Okay.
So he could kill him for initially.
But then he just stands there and lets him stab him with
yeah,
the
I know.
thing.
That's the thing. There's it's
Well,
not
like, what
reacting.
was
hold
he
on,
trying
hold
to
on.
do here?
Hold on.
That's all you got. No pause.
If this
Stab.
movie was edited better, that scene would have felt like it happened faster. Because I think of the editing was a little slow. That scene felt like, why are you just standing there?
But here's the question: don't you think Hot Dog would have showed up with a weapon or a gun or something like?
He didn't know that the dude had fucking knives in his foot.
Right, but what was he gonna do? Kill him with his fists?
Or his club foot.
Yeah,
He's
like a
gonna
real
just smash
man.
him.
Maybe.
Like a real man, Mike.
Yeah.
Maybe that was his. Maybe he had a knife in there.
His
like,
plan,
it was like a
his
Bowie
plan
knife.
his plan was to catch him off guard with the fact that the gun had blanks.
Right,
and then
but-
he'd be
yeah.
like, "Oh," and then he could have moved in. But right away, he clicked that boot knife out and stabbed him. But the editing is so shitty;
it's
it looks
so
like it takes like
slow.
an hour.
It looks
I-
like he
can
just
I ask-
I think
doesn't
he's
have a
shitty.
plan.
Let me ask: how does a boot knife work? How do you get the knife part to come out and go back in?
I don't know because I've seen
The
this.
go back in,
Is it like
the
a-
go back in part? I don't think actually exists.
Hold on.
But I know spring loaded to get it out.
Yeah, that
That makes
exists.
sense.
I
What
saw
do you
that.
step on? What do you do to trigger that
I think you
to
just
happen?
slam.
It's a
your
double toe
foot-
tap.
You
Actually-
slam your foot down. I
So
think.
running, like, would
No.
maybe
you
activate it.
There's a
or...
button. There'll be like a button on. I've seen this actually on what was it, like the Deadliest Warrior or something like that. They used to do like they used to take weapons from like back in the day,
Uh-huh.
and it was like a reality show. And they showed this thing. It was something that the KGB used to use.
Yeah.
And there was like a button on the side of the boot, and when they clicked their heels together or something like that, it would snap out.
Okay, so that makes sense.
And I just saw a film, The Kingsman.
Uh-huh.
It was like a recent film, and they used that same weapon. And the main guy, he makes a joke about like, oh, the hard part is getting it back to go back in the boot, and he's like, you gotta kick it like against something or something like that, and he snaps it back into the
Oh
boot.
shit!
He's like, once
okay.
it's out, it's really hard to get back in. Truthfully, like I don't know. Well,
so
that's
boot
tangent.
knives are a real thing.
They're
Yeah.
the real thing. Yeah.
Look it
okay.
up, Chris. Google it.
I guess I should have.
Yeah. Why you coming here? Wait, why you expect us to tell
Well,
you
now
about the world?
now myself and the people out there listening to us know exactly how a boot
So
knife
if anybody
works.
has a boot knife and would like to donate it to the show, reach out to us on
Go ahead.
Facebook.
Yeah, go ahead and send us your stinky boots.
I'm gonna put that on my Amazon wish list. Do we have one of those yet?
No, we don't.
No, we don't.
We should
We need
create
some new audio gear over here.
yeah, create a cult film Amazon wish list.
You know what would be on there?
DVDs,
1990.
Blu-rays. I mean, you
19
hate, since you hate DVDs.
Yeah, 1990. The Bronx Warriors.
The Bronx turds, as it's written on our board.
Who felt that way?
We don't know yet.
Who felt that way? Oh, I want to get into it a little bit. Who felt like it was a turd? Kyle, looking in your direction.
What? Look, this movie has good moments to it, and it's entertaining to watch. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's a turd. of a film.
It is.
You know,
It
like
is.
there's no denying that. Like no amount of it's so bad it's good can ever make up for the fact that it's a piece of shit film. Like that's just doesn't work that way.
The editing's pretty bad because the pacing is
The pacing's terrible. Like the saving grace of this film really is the cinematography.
But how many?
that and trash.
There's a
Yeah,
couple,
oh, yeah,
there's
yeah,
a
I
couple
forgot
elements
trash.
that I like
No.
about this film. Like I hate the costumes, but like I like the motorcycles that they ride. Like I
Oh,
think,
with the skull on it?
yeah, I thought that was
pretty
I
cool.
thought that was pretty
Yeah.
cool. Like
I actually liked Trash's weapon. That weird, looked like it's just like a metal dildo with like
Yeah,
spikes on
spikes.
it.
Yeah.
It looked like a sex object.
I
But
mean- I like some of
From hell.
the other artistic parts of it. Like you said, you complained about the fire, but I thought it was cool that they used like flamethrowers at the end.
no, I think it's cool they use flamethrowers in, and I actually want to commend them on doing it cheaply. Like I always like when they use a special effect that's like cheaply done.
Yeah.
But you can see that it was like practical in some way.
Yeah.
Like it's very clear that I think they were aiming at something else, lighting something
Yeah.
else on fire in front of the person.
Right.
But that guy was probably like 5 feet
There's
away
an
from the flame.
there's an
Had to
obvious
be.
scene. There's
Yeah.
an obvious scene where somebody gets hit with a flamethrower and actually you can see the plexiglass window like actually catches on fire a little bit and he's like it basically looks like these flames are dancing 3 feet in front of
Oh,
this guy
cool.
like right in front of him like
All right.
so it quick cuts away
Oh, that
from
makes
that,
sense. Put plexiglass in front of them for safety.
yeah,
There you go.
that's how they,
And that
that's how
probably
they do that shit,
can't
man.
be that expensive to do that.
No,
right?
no.
not at
I
all.
like
It's
I like
just
I like
shooting a
things like
flamethrower
I
that.
do
at
too.
somebody.
I like
I think
things like
that's
that.
clever. See,
Yeah.
they did in some parts like put what little money they had towards at least some extra, some thought into
Mhm.
what they were creating.
Am I looking at the board correctly? Do we not know the budget or the profit?
No.
I think this was just a forgotten film somehow.
Yeah, I think they made their money back.
Oh yeah.
Fred Williamson, dude. That's all you gotta do to slap that on a poster.
Well, I mean, for
Actually, he wasn't on the poster.
Yeah, he's
he
not
is.
even on it. Is
Yeah,
he?
he is.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't
Well,
see him, so obviously he's not.
He's
big
shrunken
enough on
down and in a corner, but
he's not
there.
the selling point for them of this film. That's
No, the selling point was this actor that was going to be like
Rambo on a motorcycle.
the next Italian Rambo.
Him and his Ogre had the henchwoman, which I liked also. I thought it was cool that he had a
Oh
henchwoman.
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
she was
let's talk
cool
about
as
her.
fuck.
I
Yeah,
do want to talk
She
about
had
her.
a whip.
There
Yeah.
was a thing. Well, I hate.
You hate whips?
She was just like
You gotta think it's
tall and
whips?
like
yeah, whips are not good weapons.
karate, and I don't know. There's something. About
Yeah,
that.
but she had the whip and that freaking claw
Which
punch.
also looked worthless
yeah,
to me.
that looked like cheap ass
No.
little fucking sheet
Yeah.
metal, dude. Like
if I put that
weird.
on my fingers and I try to stab you with it, I cut my fingers.
Yeah,
right
but in
now.
Hollywood it would work.
right.
Yeah, obviously.
But
It's
I
a
do want to talk
movie,
about
Mike.
something about her character.
Those were made of adamantium, by the way.
Did anybody get the idea that her and
Oh,
Trash?
Trash had banged before, definitely.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
There was something going
she
on
looked
there.
kind of manly the first time you see her on screen, and then I feel like her features became more feminine as the film went
Yeah,
on.
because when she first shows up on screen.
Anybody else think
she's-
that?
Yeah, well, 'cause
well,
I'm
at the end,
explaining it.
yeah, at the
I'm
end.
explaining it to you.
Oh, hi, Cody. When did you get here?
So, at the beginning of the film, she's pitched right next to the most beautiful person on the film, Trash.
Yeah, if you're standing
Who's
next to Trash,
very-
forget about
yeah.
it. Forget about
He's
it.
very masculine, feminine,
yeah.
Beautiful.
beautiful man. He's a beautiful
So
man.
beautiful.
He's
Yeah,
a
he
beautiful
definitely
man.
looked far more feminine than she did in that
Boom.
first scene.
Boom! You put her towards the end where she's fighting people and
She's
stuff like
fighting
that.
people, and
She
she's
goes-
got
yeah.
that
She
outfit
goes up.
on.
She goes
Yeah,
up in
it's
good
the
looks.
outfit, dude.
Can you imagine?
Why are
it-
you looking at me, Mike?
I'm just thinking. Can you imagine him in like Clash of the Titans or something like that? He's like,
Yeah, actually, yeah, I could.
like
I
right?
was going to say
The original
yeah.
Clash of the Titans.
Yeah, I
yeah,
could.
definitely.
Yeah.
Like he seems like a god,
He
like
does.
a young, like the.
Oh, he seems like he would be like
Who is it in
sculpted or
Clash of the Titans? Is
something.
that Achilles or no?
He seems like he has a broom
no, it's
handle
Odysseus.
shoved
No.
up his butt.
He does.
No, not Odysseus. Oh God, what's his name?
Poor
Perseus.
guy.
Perseus.
Perseus. Yeah.
Yeah, he could have played Perseus.
I thought Anne.
I think he played
thought
anybody.
Anne
Yeah.
was
Oh, God.
Virginia Madsen at first. Like, do you know who that is?
No.
She's in Candyman. She's I forget her name in Candyman. God, I don't know why I can't think of it. Blonde.
she's blonde in
Oh,
Candyman. Okay,
She's blonde in this movie too.
Oh, I thought it was
I
her.
see the connection.
The cult film fans out there will know.
And they'll
Oh.
comment on the show.
We
See
gotta
that?
do Candyman.
You cut that off. We're gonna
Well,
cut that
well,
off.
don't worry about that, Chris. We're gonna get to that.
We'll get to it eventually.
We're gonna
Right
do-
now, we're talking about the
Halloween's
Bronx.
on its way in, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
not at
couple
all. Not at all.
couple months. All right, guys, we're gonna take a quick break and we'll be right back.
And you wanted to leave me?
Yes,
Why? Why, Anne?
because now I'm sure I'm the cause of all these killings. And if I stay, there will be a lot more.
Nonsense. We were born dead. Life means nothing. We live with death every single day. Death walks with us. Death rides and sleeps with us. We carry its smell under our skins.
It's funny.
We are back, and we are talking about 1990, The Bronx Warriors. We're going to go ahead and rate this Mammer Jammer. Let's get down to it. We're going to rate it Gorgeous
Gregory's.
Gorgeous Gregory's.
Oh yeah, he is gorgeous.
Gorgeous Gregory's.
Mike is just.
I fell in
he's
love on this
salivating
episode. I
right
fell in
now.
love on this
he
episode.
is smitten.
Bro,
I fell
who-
in love on this episode.
He couldn't walk through a doorway. He's so huge. He's got his arms
Who,
out.
Mike?
Yeah.
Talking about Gregory?
Yeah, talking about Gregory.
He's so huge.
I
He's
also
so
can't walk through a
huge.
doorway because I'm so huge, but
Uh,
in very different areas.
Yeah, I was gonna say you probably have to like turn around and shimmy out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with Mike. How many gorgeous Gregory's are you gonna give this?
I think there's a lot to be learned from this film. I think it has a lot of great cinematography. It definitely, I feel, has a cult appeal. If it's not a cult, I mean, it is a cult film, right?
Yeah.
Like, it has a following.
It does have a following.
It
Oh, they
might
have their
be,
own
It
website.
has its own website
Okay.
dedicated to that and its sequels.
although
so.
obscure and maybe people don't know a lot about it, you should definitely take a look at this film. Yeah, there's not a lot of gore for like an Italian film, but I feel like it's all there. I don't know. I love the cinematography. I love what they were doing with everything. I would give this probably 3.5 gorgeous Gregory's.
3.5 gorgeous
Yeah,
Gregory's
I think
from
that's about.
Mike.
I think that's fair.
Next up is Kyle.
It is one of those. It is one of those. It is one of those movies that it's good because of how bad it is, and I think people who are fans of better made produced cult films of The Warriors and Escape from New York will appreciate this movie because I mean it's almost instantaneous the connection that can be made between with those films and what they pulled from them. So it's entertaining that aspect. To Mike's point, yeah, the cinematography, like most Italian films, is just fucking on point. It's really good, and it is a saving grace, I think, of this movie. Story and acting, I mean, it's subpar, but who cares? It's entertaining, and I'll buy it. I'll buy this movie. So I'm gonna go 3.5 as well. 3.5.
All right.
Gorgeous Gregory's.
I'll go next. I will say
It's your pick. You're last.
No, I want to go next.
All right.
You forgot that you picked this movie.
You
No.
did. He did. He's trying. He's
No.
trying to forget. He's
No,
trying.
I just
want to
go next. No, so I enjoyed this film. The pacing's kind of slow for me. The fact that it doesn't have gore kind of sets it back a little bit for me too. But the ADR work bumps it up another one. It's all over the place. It's all math. Because it's so bad. But the main actor who we're talking about right now, gorgeous Gregory, dude, solidifies this film for me in cult film history. I will never forget that dude walking. I will never forget him riding a motorcycle. I've never seen anybody walk like that. I've never seen anybody ride a motorcycle like that. It is burned in my mind forever. With that character choice. I laughed out loud. I think this is one for me to watch again. I'm not gonna go as far as 3.5. I will give it a 3. Chris, you're up next.
I will say you're right. The saving grace of this film is the cinematography. There's some funny lines, but it's really just because it's, what did you call it?
It's broken English.
Broken English.
Yeah.
So that's why it's funny.
Yeah, it's written in broken English.
But, you know, overall, I thought this movie was fucking boring, and I probably will never watch it again. I think there's a reason why it's not that popular. And, you know, like, I enjoy The Warriors a lot. I think that movie's really great. And I feel like this movie tried to do that again, but take it to the next level. But it didn't really feel as much to the next level as I would want it to be. So it kind of fell flat there. Trash is definitely, like you said, very memorable. Once you see him, you can't unsee him.
Yeah.
he kind of like made it entertaining because you just kind of wanted to see him on screen because
Yeah.
it was ridiculous. Fred Williamson, his fighting moves are pretty cool. Like he does a good job, but just the pacing alone, like, and it just didn't hook me, man. It just didn't like come through like I wanted it to. Like you said, the artwork makes it look a lot cooler than it actually turns out to be. And I'm gonna give it probably like a 1.5.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I would say a 1.5.
I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
Did not see that
Kind of
coming
propped
at
it up
all.
a little bit and then just shot it down.
Honestly, though,
You pulled a mic.
Like I can appreciate the artistic
So
value of this film. I can, and I'm glad that they tried to do the best they could. But like it just really just missed the mark for me, like as far as this kind of film goes. So, yeah, 1.5. I probably would buy this on VHS, but I would never put it on like willingly. I would just have it for other people to enjoy if
That's
they like
awesome.
it.
I did want to say, can I put a little asterisk next to my opinion on the cinematography really quick? Because I just remember this while we're talking it through. The cinematography is good in terms of like shot setup, but there is quite a bit of missed focus. In
There
this film.
totally is.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're
There's
right.
quite a bit actually.
Yeah.
But
The framing,
it's
the frame-
framed so.
You're right.
It's framed so intelligently, you look past it.
Yeah, going to what Chris said, it's like you respect what they were trying to do, but they just maybe didn't get it so much.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There are
Yeah.
some great shots. I mean,
Yeah,
you're
this
right.
movie had similar scenes like Jim Cotta, where you're watching one scene
Yeah.
and you can see the focus point
So we can say,
slightly
like-
moving a bit, trying to correct, but not wanting to do another take.
Right.
Just one take it.
But
like
I feel
the
like
ambition was
the
I'm
good
sorry.
kind of outweighed the bad as
Yeah.
far as that goes. Though you
Yeah.
did notice it, but then you'd see like a really good shot, like in
Yeah,
the
like I
next
said,
scene.
the ambition was there, but the fundamentals were a little lacking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's so it's a low one for
But
me.
yeah, that's forgivable. Like,
Is
it-
one-
I
it's
forgive that.
forgivable.
Is
I
one
forgive
for
it.
the cinematography and then half a point for trash?
Yeah, I would say so.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Trash is so tall. I think he should get one whole point.
and then
You know,
for,
he was
some
never
of
out of
the-
focus,
Some of
and
the
for good
artistic
reason.
choices.
Like what? What artistic choice were you not
Like I
happy
said,
with?
like using the use of the flamethrowers, the looks
Okay.
of the cops,
the
you know.
drummers. You actually just praised the flamethrowers like 10 minutes ago, but that's
Yeah,
okay.
That's all right.
That's all right. We're not going to tear apart your rating too
We're
much.
not gonna do this to you.
Me? No, I said that's what I appreciate. You said what artistic values do I appreciate? And
He
I said,
did say that.
I
Oh,
said,
did you say appreciate
okay.
or not
I
appreciate?
Yeah.
No, he said he
I
appreciated
assumed
it.
you said not appreciate, and
assumed-
apparently you assumed it as well, Cody.
Yeah, I did.
Yet you asked the question.
You know why?
I'm glad I'm as confused as you are.
You know why? Because I rate this podcast a 1.5 because the pacing is terrible.
no.
Okay.
Oh, I'll fix that. In
This is a
fix
fun
it in
one.
post.
It's like one of those. It's like one of those things where you just hear Chris's voice, and it's like you can't unforget it.
Don't be mad because I hate your movie. Don't be mad about it.
No, I picked this movie not knowing what it was.
Yeah, I know.
Are we
It's
gonna-
totally shot in the
So-
dark.
Are we gonna play a game?
I think we should.
We should play a game.
All right, let's play a game then.
Let's play a game when we come back.
Stay, Anne. At least dying for you would give my life a meaning.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're back, and we're going to play a game. We are going to play Title Time Bomb. It is where each of us have two cards in our hands that was written by the opposite team. Me and Mike are on a team this time. Kyle and Chris, known as the Cousins, are on a team
Team
this time.
Cuz.
We gave them 4 of our cards, 2 each apiece. They have to get their team member to guess what the title of the movie is that we written down, but they cannot say the actor's name, a word in the title. What else was? I feel like I'm forgetting something.
Yeah, no name, no word from the title, no numbers from the title, and we said no actor from the film, right?
I think
Yeah.
I think that's fair because that
Yeah.
could give it away quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's pretty much it.
unless one of our films has an actor in it who has been in over 100 films,
Yeah.
What?
then I guess that would make it hard, huh?
We got like 15. We got like 15 seconds to guess.
Yeah, 15 seconds to guess. Our first 3 cards are worth what? What'd I say? 5 points, and then the last card is the 15
15?
points.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Got it.
Anybody's game.
Who wants to go first?
We should flip a coin.
No.
No.
You guys go first.
Okay, I will read. Mike, I will pull my first card for you.
I have the timer. Remember, when you hear the sound.
I'm gonna point my microphone at Cody
Yeah,
so
let
that
me
I can
know-
get
Let me know when to start.
facial cues.
When
so I can read him correctly.
When you hear this sound, your time is up.
Okay, but when do I start?
When I say, go.
All right. It is crazy people.
Okay.
Okay. They live in this place, and so do birds.
So do birds.
Done.
God, one flew over the cuckoo's nest.
Oh, shit.
Yeah!
Good one. That was good.
Well done.
That was tense.
Well done. It's tense.
All right.
Threw my card. I was so confident.
All right. I guess I'll go.
Hide your card. Don't let them see it because we wrote in Sharpie.
Okay.
Am I reading to you or are you reading to me?
I'll read to you.
You're going to read to me?
Yes.
Oh, my God. Okay. Ready?
Yep.
Go.
Okay. This has an actor who seems like Christian Slater, and he changes it during full moons, and
Shit. I know I'm going to pick the wrong one. Wolfen?
Ooh.
I knew I picked the
We
wrong
can't
one.
give you that. We can't give you
you
that.
can't give him that.
No.
Why?
No, sir. That's
That's
not the
Wolf.
title.
It's
Wolf.
Wolf. We can't give you that because there's a movie called Wolfen, isn't
Yeah,
there?
that's why I said I knew I was
Yeah.
gonna pick the wrong one. I
Yeah.
always pay,
Ooh.
I always fuck those two up. There's Wolfen and then there's Wolf. Wolf has Jack Nicholson in
Yes,
it.
it does.
Wolfen has that one guy with the mustache.
Yep, Tom Selleck.
I always fuck
all
those
right.
two
Is that
up.
Tom
God
Selleck?
damn it! No, it's not. No,
I had no
not at
idea.
all. All right.
I'm ready.
Throw that card out.
I'm ready for this, guys. You let me know,
Gonna cheat
Kyle.
over there.
All right, cheating out there.
All right, look to see what
Ready?
he got.
Oh, are we all ready?
Go.
Okay, this stars a young man who has a mental disability. He has a mother who is fairly portly.
What's eating Gilbert Grape?
Yes, sir.
Oh my God!
Oh, shoot.
Son of a bitch!
So good.
Wow, they're dominating so far.
Yeah, that's okay.
All right, who's up next for your team? Is it
I
Kyle's
have
reading to
to-
Chris?
Kyle's reading me.
All right. You ready?
Yep.
Cover up the back. Let's look at him looking.
I have never even heard of this movie before.
Yes.
Oh, this helps.
Yeah, I have 3 words. First word, opposite of yes.
No.
Opposite of
Opposite of release.
yeah.
Yep, that's your last clue.
Restrain.
Go ahead and give your guess.
No more. No. What kind of genre movie is this?
I have no idea.
Action.
Oh, we're giving the clues
No
now
holds barred.
after Oh my God! We're giving clues after the bell, and it wasn't even his clue; it was your clue. I will say though, good. I almost want to get. I have to give it to it because how the fuck did you pull that
Yeah.
out of
Yeah,
your ass?
I don't even know.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
I don't know how I did. I do
Wow.
own that movie. I do own it.
There we go.
I did not expect me giving that little of a clue
Yeah.
to be like, all you had to do, Kyle, was say action.
Yeah, apparently. Just say
Sweet,
action.
Sweet. Okay, cool.
All right.
I'm reading to you now.
We're
Yes.
tied now, right? No, we're
No.
not.
No,
They're ahead by 5.
They're
Okay.
ahead by 5.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Yep.
Go.
All right. People ride this for transit,
Okay.
and another word for scary. Scary word goes first.
Fear.
Okay, another word.
Um.
They make fantastic T-shirts.
Hold on. Oh, Scream Train. I don't know.
Yeah.
Woo!
What was it?
Wrong.
Terror Train.
Terror Train. God damn
Terror
it.
Threads makes fantastic T-shirts.
Yes,
so
they do.
Funny.
Hey, all right.
That's so funny.
Go buy their stuff, guys.
All right, my turn.
Ooh,
Yes,
that was
your
a tough
turn.
one.
Okay, ready?
Go.
Okay, this is another Ralph Bakshi film.
Felix the Cat?
No.
Oh.
Okay, you're close.
Fuck.
It's too late. You had to guess, right?
Yeah, how many guesses do I get?
No, you can. I think you can keep going.
Yeah, because you can
Yeah.
keep throwing shit out.
All right, so start 10 seconds.
So now you have it. Now, whatever you say is.
my knowledge of Ralph Bakshi films is limited to the one we reviewed and the one I just named.
You did name.
What?
Well, you giving extra clues over there. Pulling a Cody.
I'll shut up.
What's wrong with wait? Is it Felix? Is that not a film?
Is that your guess? Is that your final answer? Go ahead and just say final answer.
You're so close. You're just too close to it.
Oh, Fritz the Cat. Hey, there it is.
Run it through the goddamn cue card. Who has it held up to their chest?
Yeah, with his hand covering
Oh
it.
no, he was doing this the whole time. I was watching spread fingers the whole time over there.
Fuck you, spread fingers.
There was a lot of questions.
What
This
can
is
you see on
suspect.
that? Can
This
you-
this
Yeah.
victory is suspect.
I agree.
Okay.
Giving clues after the
Well,
bell.
if you win
A
this,
win is a win.
if you win the last, what's the last one's 15 points, right?
15. So we're tied now.
All right, Cody.
So
How are
Brady
we
did it.
tied now? We got like 6 of them.
No, you had 2.
You
we
got
had
2. We got
This
2.
is bullshit. This is the biggest
Yeah.
bullshit game.
Yeah, I don't know.
So bullshit. All right, who's going?
It's me. It's
You
right.
ready?
It's the only-
He's reading
Oh
to
no.
me.
Do we have another card?
No, that's it.
He's
Okay.
reading to me.
You
This
ready?
is it.
You
For all
ready?
the marbles.
Yep.
Go.
Oh, this is a movie about
Don't be flashing that.
an appendage that takes it moves on its own.
Okay.
He can't control it.
Okay.
It's like a zombie film.
Idle hands.
Yes, sir.
Oh my God.
Good, dude. You got it. You
I'm
got
from the
that
streets.
shit.
Damn.
I'm from the streets.
From the streets of
All right, let's
Hollywood
watch
video.
Let's watch the old spread fingers over here, team.
What? I ain't got nothing to spread anymore. I spread it all.
All right, ready?
Yep.
All right. This is a movie about a dog that plays basketball.
Here, bud.
You got it.
Shit. Got the easiest one of our group. I was like, ugh.
Wait, is that a tie?
That's tie.
Oh,
Ties do happen in this game, and that's okay because you know what? We're all second
Wasn't our
place.
last game? Our
We're
last
all
game was a
second
tie.
no,
wasn't
no.
it?
Last game, Chris and Cody won.
Ah, well,
So,
whatever.
tie.
Dude. I'm good at this game.
I've been on a winning team both times.
Yeah, I've been picking two
No.
two
So have
easy
you.
ones.
Yeah, a tie is a tie.
All right, guys, that's our show for this week. You can follow us on Instagram at cultfilm_review. You can follow us on Twitter at cultfilm_review. You can also follow us on Facebook. You can follow Mike
At Mike Salustio on Twitter. I also write on friendlyneighborhoodfilmmaker.com. Again.
You can follow Chris at.
You can follow me at cultfilm_Chris on Instagram.
You can follow Kyle at.
You can follow me, cultfilm_Kyle on Twitter.
All right, guys, that's
And
our
Instagram,
show.
Actually.
Sure.
And Instagram now.
Yeah, let's do it.
I want to change it.
Make sure you send us your fan pics. We are always taking new movies into consideration. Whenever, just send them all the time. You can see us April 8th at the Phoenix Film Festival. We'll be doing a special episode from there. We'll be interviewing some of the filmmakers about their films there, and just the festival in general. And we'll be releasing that soon, so make sure you check that out. And we'll catch you next week. And remember, if you're gonna join a cult, just make sure they watch good movies.